You know what's a fact about success? Most people think headwinds are their biggest challenge, but studies show it's the tailwinds, those moments when everything's going right, that cause the most catastrophic failures.
That's quite a counterintuitive idea. What makes tailwinds more dangerous than obstacles?
Well, think about lottery winners. 70% of them end up bankrupt within a few years. When things come too easily, we often lose our perspective and judgment. It's like this ancient wisdom from Ecclesiastes that warns against waiting for perfect conditions. You'll never get anything done.
Hmm. So you're saying success itself can become a trap?
Heads up. And here's what's fascinating: life's winds come in three distinct patterns: headwinds that push against us, tailwinds that propel us forward, and trade winds that lull us into complacency. Each one shapes our journey in unexpected ways.
That's interesting. Could you break down how these different winds play out in real life?
Picture this story of a cowboy being chased by an angry bull. He keeps diving into this hole to escape, but there's a bear in the hole. That's what a headwind feels like when you're caught between impossible choices. But here's the thing: headwinds often make us stronger, like that bird who immediately started rebuilding its nest after a storm destroyed it.
You know what this reminds me of? Those tech startups that faced massive opposition early on, but ended up stronger for it.
Right? And speaking of strength through adversity, there's this incredible story about a damaged diamond that perfectly illustrates this. A king had this flawless diamond that got scratched. Everyone was afraid to touch it, but one artist saw potential in the flaw and carved it into the stem of a beautiful rose, making it more valuable than before.
So, what you're saying is that our challenges can become our advantages if we approach them differently.
Precisely. And here's where it gets exciting. There's this phenomenon in aviation called the tailwind trap. Pilots sometimes miscalculate their fuel needs when they have strong tailwinds, thinking everything's fine because they're making such good time.
That's quite a metaphor for success, moving so fast you don't notice you're running out of resources.
And here's what ties it all together: whether we're facing headwinds of adversity or enjoying tailwinds of success, we respond that matters most. There's this story about a mountain climber that drives this home.
Tell me about the mountain climber.
So, this experienced climber finally reaches the summit feeling invincible when the guide suddenly shouts, "Stay on your knees." The winds at the top were so strong that they could blow someone off the mountain if they stood up straight. It's a perfect metaphor. Sometimes our moments of most outstanding achievement are when we need to be most humble.
That's profound. The idea that standing tall might be more dangerous than staying grounded.
You know what's fascinating? Research shows that companies that experience early, easy success are 2.5 times more likely to fail in the long run compared to those that face significant early challenges.
Well, that certainly challenges our usual assumptions about success and failure.
And here's the key insight: just like skilled sailors who can make progress regardless of wind direction, successful people and organizations learn to work with whatever conditions they face. They don't wait for perfect weather, they adapt their approach.
So it's really about developing wisdom to work with conditions rather than fighting against them.
Exactly. And maybe that's the most important lesson in all of this: understanding that every wind, whether it's pushing against us or propelling us forward, has something valuable to teach us about resilience and adaptability. The same force that knocks down one person's house of cards helps another build an empire of kites.
That's such a powerful way to look at life's challenges and opportunities.
And as we wrap up, here's something to think about. Maybe the objective measure of success isn't how fast we're moving or which way the wind is blowing, but how well we've learned to adjust our sails to whatever conditions we face.